He committed a weapons offense in prison, and they still paroled him.
That is a frustrated Oakland County Sheriff speaking to reporters this afternoon about a deadly shooting on Christmas Eve. Good evening, everybody. Thanks for joining us. I'm Mike Woolfolk.
And I'm Stella Daskalakis. The suspect is from Flint and was charged over the weekend. Sheriff Michael Bouchard says this shooting should have never happened. 29-year-old Malik LaTroy Webb faces 19 charges now. He's accused of shooting and killing a Genesee County doctor, injuring her daughter, and injuring other people as well. Sheriff Bouchard says the people who were shot all stopped to help Webb as Good Samaritans after a crash on Christmas Eve. Mid-Michigan Now's Courtney Bennett is here with more on this story for us. Webb is from Flint, Courtney, so what do we know about why he was in Oakland County that night?
Mike and Stella, Malik Webb was in the Rochester area on Christmas Eve for a party that was around 2 in the afternoon. Within a few hours, the sheriff's office says he committed a violent crime and was arrested. Almost a week later, Sheriff Michael Bouchard is now questioning the state's criminal justice system.
We need accountability in a criminal justice system that's beginning to run off the rails. No, I'll change it. It has run off the rails again.
29-year-old Malik Webb has a criminal history in Genesee County. Going through open court records, he was first charged in 2012 with several weapons counts, including armed robbery. He was 17 at that time. In his latest set of charges, he was serving time after a jury convicted him in 2018. He was paroled this past July.
Here we have another case where an individual who had been charged multiple times in just over 9 years, he's been charged 7 times with weapon offenses.
According to the Department of Corrections records, Webb was sentenced for having a weapon in prison back in 2019.
How we found ourselves here with an individual that was just paroled, had time left to serve on his parole, and yet was out in a position to murder one lady and grievously wound her daughter and wound other people. Shouldn't have happened.
Through their investigation, the sheriff's office says they found more than 30 shell casings at the scene where they say Webb fired his gun. Bouchard believes there needs to be changes in Lansing so crimes like this don't happen.
People that are nonviolent shouldn't be in prison or jail. Agree 100%. But people that have a violent history or commit a violent act or are carrying or using a weapon illegally need serious penalties.
Bouchard says in this case there are many questions, like how he was able to get a gun as a convicted felon.
Had they not made that choice to let him out, he wouldn't be in a position to shoot people on Christmas Eve. I don't believe he should, if convicted, should see the light of day.
As the sheriff said, Webb still had time to serve in prison when he was paroled. I asked the Michigan Department of Corrections why he was paroled in July and haven't heard back. Webb is expected back in court in Oakland County on January 6th. For now, live in the studio, Courtney Bennett, Mid-Michigan Now.